Hello and welcome everybody to yet another music production livestream. I am Felix Rösch, Berlin-based composer, mining the edges of electronic, ambient and classical music. Today is the 3rd of June, Thursday, 10 a.m. Central European Time, so we are starting to make music again. Today we will be working on a new EP I've been working on for quite a while now. This is stream number 20, working on this EP. If you would like to join in this process, just say hi in the chat. I read out every message. I also reply to every comment. So if you're seeing this after the fact, just ask away or comment and I will make sure to read it and answer. And yeah, if you would like to join, just say hi, really. We are a really small and beautiful community here of music makers from all over the world. You're the base. Oh wait, Lucy Waves is here. Yeah, like I said, many wonderful people here, and today we're working on a new EP. I think we'll do some piano stuff today, but we'll see. Yeah, right away, Lucy Waves is here. Of course, you're the bass. May I join the process now? BH, of course, Lucy. What do you mean by of course you're the bass? Like this kick drum? No. Yeah. Funny thing is I actually started a little bit earlier today. I didn't stream it because at night when I was sleeping I couldn't sleep very well tonight. I have a little what's this called here? Yeah, it hurts. It hurts a little bit. Yeah, no corona, but just a regular thing here. Yeah, but I was thinking about our music and had some kind of epiphany that we could combine two ideas. And that is this idea here, which is a piano improvisation from, I don't know when. It's the first piano improvisation. Lucy Waves, what's up with you? She writes something I cannot read out if I want to be PG-13 family friendly here. You have to. What are you doing, Lucy? How are you? How's your day? How are you doing? Yeah, this idea here, this one here, this one, these two. These were the ideas I when I listened back to this, I thought, well, this is maybe not that background thing here. Let's mute that. All right. Yeah, and what I basically did just for half an hour today was just improvising that with the last improvisation, actually. I'll save that. Where is it? Oh, here. And I actually like that a lot. It's a little bit slower. Yeah, but I think what I'll do now is put all these ideas together in one project, and then we'll look how we can combine these. Let's listen. That's also good. And there's a very aggressive bird. That's okay. Yeah, okay, I think I'll do that. Let's see. I really like this pad here in the background. And again, this is a little bit generic, but maybe a little bit over compressed, but yeah, that's stuff we'll care about later. All right, okay. Hey, Peter van de Vastine. Peter, I just say Peter for now. Right, hi Felix, my first visit at your live session, found your music on Spotify and was impressed. Thank you. That's beautiful. Beautiful when people find me on Spotify and then join the live streams. I love that. Hello Peter, nice to see you. Interesting to see your workflow. Would like to know more about the MIDI setup in your setup. Well, it's pretty straightforward. It's not that complicated really. I have what I do have is a what's this called, MIDI I/O, which is basically just a device that, yeah, basically it's just a hub for all the MIDI devices, and then you have this beautiful beautiful thing here, which doesn't load right now for some reason, but yeah, where you can route everything everywhere, and yeah, it's a really good device. But that's really it. Everything goes into that, and that's it. Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Great thing about this is you can have different presets you can dial in on the front. So if you're interested, just can highly recommend this device called MIDI I/O. No, not that. No, not that as well. Wait. MIO, is it? MIO MIDI. That should be. Yeah, this one here, this one. That's what I have. So you have this little knob where you can dial in presets pretty fast, which you have programmed before. So I could say my key step sends MIDI to the Rev 2 or just to the Model D or just to the Minilogue or something, or to all of them, and I can send MIDI out of. So you can basically create presets for every imaginable case. You can also filter these MIDI messages, so you can say please only use the MIDI CCs or everything but the MIDI CCs and stuff like that. And yeah, you can connect your instruments via USB or via the standard 24-pole MIDI stuff. So it's really powerful. If you have several devices, that's a good thing to do, I think. I hope I could be of some help, Peter. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yeah, we're just collecting ideas today, I think. I did start 5 live streams with about 20 minutes of improvisation some time ago, and now I'm just collecting these piano improvisations and putting all the best ideas into one project and seeing what parts of them we can actually use. So let's create a new project called piano impro best of. I think with the piano EP we did this extensively. We had lots of like hours and hours and hours of ideas. So best of piano. So let's see what's that was basically our, if I want to make music for an emergency room telenovela, that would be perfect. Like some, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we'll use this. Maybe we will, but I'm like 55% sure that this is good, which is probably not enough. Ruben is also here. Ruben Sanyuk says, do you know about the Blokas MIDI hub? It can be pre-programmed and then used without a computer. No. Well, this can be used without a computer as well, I think. Not sure. But I'm actually not that much into MIDI. I'm trying to avoid it if I can. Yeah, well, and I mean, I like computers. I like to use my computer in a way. But yeah, I guess for a live setup, I would have to think differently. But right now, this is really just my studio setup here. Yeah, but I think we should now start with... the problem is that this idea, which I like a lot, kind of a, even though it has mostly minor feel, it's a kind of, I want to dance to this. And the problem is this is pretty much connected to this idea. I mean, this here developed from this. By the way, Ruben, how are you? Good morning. Again, this. And this is a completely different idea. Okay, it's not getting better. Peter writes, you work with audio in Ableton, no click track, tempo track. Yeah, I mean, most of the time I work with audio. I think Ableton that's the thing Ableton is really good at, like working with these audio files, especially now that you can, link tracks, you can have take lanes, and so comping is actually a viable thing to do in Ableton right now. And the one big reason why I love Ableton and why I think it's at least for my workflow very superior to other DAWs is this here. You can just do this, and now it's so easy. And then you can just reverse it and they changed the layout of this here. Where's the reverse button? Now I feel like a noob here. It used to be pretty easy. There was a button where you could just click on and then it would reverse it. I mean, you can also just press R. Then it's reversed. So stuff like that. Ruben says, good morning. Yeah, good morning to you too. I'm well, thank you. How are you? Well, I think I'm fine. Thank you, Ruben, for asking. I would like to have more time to do this thing we're doing here right now. But yeah, that's okay. I mean, can't always get everything you want, and I think I'm. That's okay. And Ruben says, just here to listen to some good music before it's launched. Thank you. Well, let's hope it's good, right? But I think I like this idea a lot. I think this is the strongest. I mean, I like this melodramatic stuff, so. Peter writes, agreed. Yeah, I mean, you know, in the most tedious thing is in Pro Tools you have to click a button and then you have to go to a plugin and then you can pull some parameters and then you can pitch it and then you have to close it. So it's like 4 additional steps you have to take, and here you can just go like that. And because it's so much easier, like these little clicks, they add up over, you know, if you're doing this for 10 years, I mean, how many million more clicks will you have to have used to do this? So in fact, it actually shapes. Now, if it's easier to do, it's more probable that I will be using it more often. And because of that, it basically has a pretty big impact on the type of music I make. So you know, all the people saying, nah, it doesn't matter what the DAW you use. No, it matters, because the workflow determines the music you write. It's like when you write music on a violin, it will be different music than when I write music on a piano, on a guitar, or on a synthesizer. It will always sound different because the instrument is different, you know, because there are things that are easier to do there than in other places. So yeah, it definitely has an impact on the music you write. I'm not saying that, I mean, you can do everything Ableton does in Pro Tools and vice versa, but, you know, for example, doing extensive vocal tracking and vocal cutting and you know, for years I wouldn't do that in Ableton. I would do that in Pro Tools, but yeah. Peter writes, a good interaction of technology and musicianship. Yeah, I think that's like the sweet spot for Ableton, right? It makes making music with electronic means very intuitive and simple and fast. Again, it's not like other DAWs can't do that. They definitely can and are very capable of doing that, but yeah. I love this little clap I added here. Well, yeah, let's see. I still like this idea here. I still like this. But I think what I wanted to do was just collect. Cal writes, Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen, Cal. How are you? How was the barbecue yesterday? 4. Okay, you know what? Let's collect more ideas. So this was, I think, our last improvisation. So what I'm going to do now is just collect all the piano improvisations and put them into one big project, like we did with the piano EP last time. Oh, by the way, Peter, you're I think the only one here who hasn't been here for quite a while yet. Would you like to what are you doing? What you're also a musician, I guess, because you're nobody's interested in MIDI hubs if they're not making music, I think, except for when they are producing these, of course. But I figure then you would also be making music in a way. So, what are you doing? Save changes in best of, yes. Okay, now we're just copying stuff here. And I hope the number of tracks will add up. But you know what we'll do? We'll just use all of these here. Copy and paste them here. All right, like that. Perfect. Kel says, was good, thanks. We have just got a new puppy as well. Oh, it was going crazy for all the meat. Yeah, I can imagine that very well. What type of dog is it? I grew up in a what felt to be like a little zoo, because my mother always wanted to be a veterinary. Didn't do it in the end, but yeah, we always had lots of animals at home. Like cats and dogs was like Of course, we had cats and dogs, but then we had these little Wüstenspringmäuse, like little mice that jump through the desert. That's what the name translates to from German. We had lots of animals, and yeah, it's a German Shepherd. Oh, yeah, they're cute. They are cute, especially when basically almost every living thing is pretty cute when it's small, right? When it's that's beautiful. That sounds like a good barbecue session. Okay, that was our first improvisation. Well, yeah, we'll have to go through these. But I think is it in the second one? Okay. Yeah, I mean, these will be many minutes of music, and this is already cut. Like, this is already from that day. We already pulled out all the bad ideas and just had the mediocre ones right now. Like, mediocre is the threshold right now. If it's not at least mediocre, it's gone already. Save, yes. Peter writes, I am a make music myself compose, owner of a home studio and addicted to music. Yeah, same here. I think that's the same for everybody here. Like, Cal is very much into music production and recording, and I think you're working on an album right now. Are you? I think that was lots of guitar stuff, I think. And Ruben does some pretty nice synthesizer impros and stuff like that. He also has a YouTube channel, so if you Google him, it's pretty interesting. And Peter writes, last year's interested in the ambient music niche. Still play Hammond. Oh, in a blues jazz funk trio. Oh, that's interesting. That sounds like fun. And it's very different from everything I have ever done. I played guitar in progressive metal grunge bands when I was like 15 to 20, 21, 22, which is a little bit different, but I loved playing together with other human beings. Like, with this whole social aspect of it was really good. I liked it a lot. But yeah, then the bands eventually split up and everybody went their ways, and yeah, you know how it is. And since then, I've never been playing in bands anymore, which is a shame, actually. But yeah, I totally understand why it's fun to play with other people. And jazz blues funk trio. Well, so what type of music are you playing? More like standard, like real book stuff, or are you also writing your own music? Kel says, yeah, working on a never-ending album, heavy rock. I know how this feels. I think the best way to do is just, just say at some point, okay, this track is done, next track. Because otherwise you will spend years. And I mean, I know this because I'm doing this all the time myself, but there is this theory that you basically, when you're working on something, that you're spending like 20% of the time to get the track to 80% of where it's done, right? And the last 20% of polishing the track is where you actually spend 80% of the time. So there's this there's a certain point where I think it's better to just say, okay, that track is done. I think, yeah, I can make it like 5-10% better. I don't even know if it's getting better, right? But maybe I will spend that time working on the next thing. So I think being efficient with your creative energy is something really important and like I said, I'm really bad at this as well. So, Kel says, do you still do Facebook, Instagram ads? I saw Spotify advertising is opening to all now. Oh, is it? Minimum is 250 spent. You're going to try it? Well, that sounds interesting because I'm a little bit done with Instagram and Facebook ads because, I mean, like I can show you the metrics, but from my experience, so I mean, it really depends on what your goal is. If you want to have many Instagram and Spotify, Facebook followers, that's probably a good thing. If you also want to have more, and that's the one good use case I still see for Instagram and Facebook ads, is if you want to have more followers on Spotify, which is a good thing because that's actually, I think, one of the most important metrics, because people will, let me just look that up right now. I think if you're going here, I mean, yeah, I have like 62,000 monthly listeners, but I only have 1,400 followers. So if you go to bigger artists like let's see, Max Richter, for example. So if you look at this, there is a certain ratio you will find with many bigger artists. So he has 3 million monthly listeners. So goodbye. I mean, he's making a shit ton of money. Anyway, so if you divide that, it's like 5%. So if is it 3 million? Wait, let me do this here. 3. So that times 0.05. No, I'm wrong. Completely wrong. I always thought you'd just multiply this by 2 and then by 10. So that's an average. I mean, he's probably pretty good. What I'm trying to say is his ratio of listeners to actual followers is pretty good. And let's go to rival consoles. For example, it's another very good artist. Yeah, so times 2. So based on the followers, you can see that he has a potential of much higher potential of monthly listeners. That's like fundamental value that you have. So he could have up to like 2 million monthly listeners. It's possible. Or let's choose somebody else. Hey, let's go to one of my playlists and see Sufjan Stevens, for example. He's pretty big. Well, maybe my metric is a little bit off. At some point, it doesn't scale as well anymore. But as you see, this is 1 to 5, and so there's that's kind of a measure for how much Spotify's playlists are pushing you up instead of your own music actually pushing you up, and that value is still a little bit low. So circling back to the original point I wanted to make is, if you run these Instagram and Facebook ads, I found that they are pretty effective at boosting your follower numbers. That's I think the only thing that really helps, because the other thing you could look at is playlist placements, and with that in particular these algorithmic ones, because these are the ones, even if you're not on one of these big Spotify editorial playlists anymore, these are still running. Like you will not drop from these, because these are algorithmically created and are created like every Friday. And here you can see I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 tracks which are on these Discover Weekly tracks, which always update on Monday. And you know, Becoming Ocean is on there for 2 years, almost 1.5 years, and it's, I mean, you could say 4,000 streams in 28 days. 28 days. 28 days is not that much, but it adds up. Like, and now there is Veracruz as well with 2,000, 3,200, and you know, there will be other tracks. So that is actually my main goal on Spotify, to get on these playlists and have like a constant influx of streams, which is not entirely dependent on these editorial playlists. Because these placements, don't get me wrong, these are great, these are awesome, and I think I've been on this playlist here for quite a while, which generates like lot of streams. Recently got added here as well. So this is great, but this, from my experience, it doesn't last that long. Especially these one, like classical new releases, for example. It's just 1 week you're on there and then you're gone. So yeah. And for this year, it didn't really help running Facebook and Instagram ads. Didn't really do anything. I mean, maybe I didn't run enough, so maybe I should run more, because you can kind of trigger these algorithmic playlists as well. So I didn't ever run anything more than 500 euro campaigns. So maybe I should do like 700,000. But then again, it's much more effective, I think, to spend that, and that's what I did with some of these tracks here. Much more effective to spend that on good session musicians who you pay, who maybe record strings. If you're not that good at arranging for strings, you pay an arranger, somebody who can orchestrate that. You actually work on the quality of your music and put that money into the quality of your music. And that can be mastering as well, or your cover design or whatever. Instead of, the Instagram, Facebook marketing moloch, because, I feel like, and if your music is that much better because you put a lot of money in there, Spotify will pick up on this. And the thing that got me thinking was, there was this track here, Bacchus. I didn't do any marketing. I didn't post on Instagram. I didn't post on Twitter. I did nothing. I just released it on here on Spotify, and it's actually my best performing track for quite a while. So, and I put a lot of money into this EP, into like musicians I've been working with. So I feel like right now, that's maybe the better approach, to instead of spending like 500, 700 euros on Instagram ads, spend that on session musicians, spend that on mastering engineers, spend that on, if you like, spend that on cover design, spend that on lots of stuff. And if the music is good and the quality of your overall product, it's a product, right? Is good. Spotify's algorithm will pick up on this. So that's a big whoa. I think that was pretty long. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh wait, there's so much. Oh wait, there's so much happening in chat right now. All you beautiful people, beautiful that you're here. Okay. Skoto is here. Hey, Skoto. Hello. Good morning. It's probably pretty early in the United States right now, right? Peter says, left the real book standards, play Delvon Tamar trio covers, and lots of Hammond trio sounds like Schofield, raffle dressing, etc. Okay, I have to be honest, I don't know any of these. I did play some real book standards in my studies while I was studying at the university. Hey, but it sounds fun. That's good. Peter writes, like to compose ambient with the less is more goal. Yeah, it's hard to do, right? To use less and still be comfortable, because I always have this notion that I need to put in more because it's getting boring. And very often it's not. And also allowing yourself to just use very simple, simplistic ideas and develop these, and just not brush them away and say, no, that's bad, let's try a new idea. But just keep on developing ideas up to a certain point. And if it still doesn't fly after you've put in quite a lot of time, you can just go to the next idea. I don't know. It's really hard to quantify these things, right? So there are cases that can be made for both approaches. Peter says, Ruben. Ruben says, hey, thank you for the free advertising. You're welcome, Ruben. You're welcome. Ruben says, I work in software, only dipping in music in my little free time among the kids and other activities. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, kids are really, really... I mean, I just have one, but it's a lot of work. And right, so I greatly appreciate what you all composers do. Well, thank you. Thank you, Ruben. Losing My Mind is here. Greetings to India. By the way, if you don't know, people, Losing My Mind is from India and Mumbai, I think. Also an accomplished composer and is pretty, at least from what I've heard, pretty successful on Spotify as well. Losing My Mind says, do you think running ads for Apple Music promotion is worth it? I don't know. I haven't tried it, actually. Maybe it is worth it but I don't know that ecosystem. As far as I know, it works like they don't have these strong algorithmic approaches that Spotify has. So these playlists will probably not work there. Or they have some, but it doesn't really work that well. What they have are editorial playlists. And then again, if you look back at how this whole thing started for me, was here I was basically having 0 streams, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. This is in a day, right? So 22 streams, and that started to wiggle a little bit. I wish I could zoom in here, but I can't. But if you're looking, I was doing some promotion. I was starting to post on Instagram and do some marketing campaigns. Put a lot of work designing a cover and just marketing a track which I had written 10 years ago. It was just laying around, didn't do anything for 10 years. And then I was doing this campaign and I had like 5, 6, 13 plays a day, and then it slowly picked up. And I think at this point the algorithm started noticing me. So that I think there's this threshold of noise you have to break through first, so that. And at some point I had like 200 monthly listeners or something, which was huge for me at that point. And I put a lot of work into that and was a little bit frustrated because it was so much work for just 200 monthly listeners. But I was pretty proud of that. And I think for Apple Music, this might be the same thing that, the editors only see you on their radar if you have some, at least some noticeable movement there. So, and if they see, okay, you're bringing people onto the platform, because that's eventually what they want to see, right? They want to have more people coming to their platform, paying for their service. So I think maybe it's worth a try to see if you can get their attention at least. But I wouldn't count on it. I don't know. I know some people who got on Apple Music playlist. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Oh, I like that. Wait for this. This is not okay. No. This move from major to minor. This is a nice part. Yeah, but maybe it's worth it. Losing My Mind. If you have money to spare, I would just throw in like 500 euros, make some good promotions, some good ads, highly targeted at people who have Apple Music, and run them and see if it helps. But yeah, I'm not really familiar with this Apple Music ecosystem. Kel says, after all, it's about the music, so I think most of the money should be spent on the quality of the music. Yeah, I mean, there's a point to be made for both arguments, I think. But at least in my experience, in my experience right now, I would rather spend 1,000 euros on a production, on, like I said, on session musicians, mastering, cover, design, and stuff like that. Rather than spending it on Instagram and Facebook ads right now, at least. You have to also take into account that it's a lot of work to create these ads, right, and to have the right target to them, and to keep adjusting the groups, the audiences and stuff like that. So it's a lot of work to also run these ads and to create them. So I'm right now I'm more on the side of just don't run ads and work on the quality of your music and pray that people will pick up on that, because eventually I think this will be the better, longer lasting strategy. I mean, obviously you can do both, right, if you have enough money, but I would always prioritize quality of music over the marketing. Maybe that's wrong, but I don't know. Peter says, let's listen to your music now. I will come back in the future. You are a nice, relaxed host. Thank you. Yeah, well, Peter, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just listening in the background. You know, that's also a strategy for me to do something else while I'm listening to something. And if there's something really standing out, I'm picking up on that. So it's like, you know, sometimes I even scroll through Instagram or any stuff like that while I'm listening back to some improvisations. And if there's something sticking out, like this is really, really good, I will pick up on this. I will go, oh, okay, that's good. That's really good. Like here, like this. I love this major to minor move. This is something we will definitely develop, right? And the rest was okay here. It's okay. It's a little bit like just stuff like that. But yeah. Scooter writes, that's wild. That the algorithm itself will pick up on the production quality, if I understand correctly. Well, yeah. Well, it will look at the people's listening habits. So if they are listening to your track and they are skipping it after 10 seconds, that's a pretty bad sign for the algorithm. If they're listening to the track and after 20 seconds they like it, they put it on their playlist and they play this the whole day, and they share it to other people and stuff like that, that's a very good sign. So as far as I know, Spotify only has some rudimentary idea about the music itself, so maybe they're looking at the instrumentation, at the key which it is in, at the tempo, maybe. Wait, there is actually, there's a great site. I have to show you this. There's a great site by, I think it's from the guy that actually is in charge of the machine learning at Spotify, where they have all these parameters I can't find it now. Maybe I will post it later somewhere. Where they're looking at lots of stuff, like is the music relaxed, or is it fast paced, or is it are there many overtones, is it harsh, or is it very soft and mellow? So they are looking at that, but I think most of all they are looking at the listening habits of their audience. So if an audience likes a track, they will push it out via these algorithmic playlists. And again, it's not something they do where there's a person sitting, okay, this track and this track. It's just an algorithm determining how many people they show it to. Scooter says, hey man, yep, 4:30 bright and early. Whoa, 4:30. That's early. Der frühe Vogel fängt den Wurm, I would say in German. I think there's the exact same saying in English as well. The early worm catches the bird. No, the early bird catches. You know what I mean. Losing My Mind says, remember I got placed into 16 Spotify playlists with no marketing at all. Yeah, right. Track name is 2017 Planet Killer. I got 500,000 listeners in 1 month after the release. What? 500,000? So you must be kidding, dude. It's crazy. Yeah, like I said, just have great music and Spotify will pick up on it. And you can try to skew that a little bit with Instagram and Spotify ads, but wait, I have to see that now. Let's check it out. Run it. Oh, did I write it wrong? Oh, whoa, okay. Oi. Well, congratulations. Seriously, congratulations. That's big. That's really big. Well, with just one track? You're kidding me. Man, congratulations. That is crazy. That is crazy. That's like... yeah, 1,700 euros. Pips. And obviously you will have gained followers from that, I guess. Well, 13 followers? Dude, you need more followers. That's something I would work on. That's definitely something I would work on. Because like I said, there are two metrics, and I think the most important long-term metric are the followers on Spotify, because these are the people who will, if you release something they will get to see this first in their release radar. So it's kind of a pledge to, I want to hear more about this. But I think, well, then again, Pandit, I'll call you losing my mind. I think that's whatever you like, actually. I think then it might be a good idea to run Instagram ads and target people who actually, because I guess in these playlists, and that's a thing that I see as well on my end, is if you have tracks on big playlists, people just listen all the way through, and that's it. So the listeners to like ratio, listeners to share in their own playlist ratio is far lower than when you're running Instagram ads. So maybe it's maybe at that point it would be a great idea to do that, because I think that's one thing these Instagram ads have been consistently good at least for me. But hey man, 500,000 listeners a month, it's crazy. That's really crazy. Which playlists are these? I need to know now. Instrumental study, intense studying. Yeah, the big piano playlists. Everybody wants to get on these. Congratulations, man. That's great. Kel says there are platforms in the Asian Russia market that are pretty huge, yet a lot of stores don't distribute to them. Which platforms? I can very well imagine that. I was just reading up on a piece on Chartmetric yesterday about trigger cities, which is an interesting concept where you have... I'm talking all the time. I'm sorry. I promise we will make music later on. Where you have just some bigger cities where if you make it in these cities, it will explode from there. So if you highly target, for example, and that's again a good, maybe a good use case for Instagram and Facebook ads. If you just target one of these cities there and just run ads in this city, like in Mexico City, for example, then this might explode to other parts as well. That's a strategy, but yeah, haven't tried it. Losing My Mind says, don't play the track on stream because it got content ID'd and you will get strike for no reason. I know. I had this short impulse of, well, let's listen to it. I will listen to it later. You know what I'll do, Pandit? I will follow you, so I'm your 14th follower, and I will like that track. All right. Hey, and let's put it on in a playlist. Hey, let's create a new playlist. Let's create a new playlist that is called wait, what is it? Piano Shapes? No. There. Let's create a new playlist that is called live streams. So if you people have some music, we'll just put... That's a good idea. Why didn't I come up with this earlier? So if you have some music, guys, or gals, we'll put it on there. Live stream crew. You're the live stream crew, everybody. All right. Okay. And Raquel says, are you still mastering your own tracks or are you outsourcing now? No, I'm still mastering my own tracks, and like mastering is really... I'm really just adjusting the volume and maybe, yeah, just adjusting the volume, really. Doing some dB LUFS metering and seeing if it works. So Skoto says, okay, that makes sense. Genau. I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, Skoto. It's too much happening today. It's beautiful to see you all here, really. It's really nice. Kel says, at Losing My Mind, congrats, man. Yeah, congrats. Losing My Mind says, it's because all these playlists are based not passive, are based on passive listening. People really don't pay attention to artists. Yeah, same for me, right? The bigger the playlist I've been on, the worse the like ratio, the worse the share and stuff like that. So people just listen through these while they're, you know, doing other stuff, which is fine. I mean, it's okay. It's just a different type of listening behavior, and it's completely legitimate. I also do that a lot. Losing Mind says, thanks man, based on passive. Great idea. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so let's continue making music, everybody. So we have, what we are doing right now is just collecting. Let's zoom out. What, there was a shortcut here where you could just basically collapse the whole thing. Ah, okay, wait, I had it. Oh. Okay, now we have 3. Let's collapse this. So 1, 2, 3. We still need, I think this is 5, 1, and 2. So we need 3 and 4. Improvisations number 3 and 4 to add. Or do we? Wait, let's listen back to that. Okay, we'll end the process. Good. No, we just added that. Okay, so we need number 4. Did we add that as well? Didn't we add that as well? Oh, I'm such a goldfish. My memory, my brain is just... Yeah, that looks oddly familiar. I'm confused. Wait, so we have 3, 4, 5. So we still need 1 and 2. Yeah, that's how it is sometimes. All right, let's take all of this here and again copy it, then move that to the best of. And I promise you, we will make some music today. I mean, it's not like we're not working on something, because this is also a huge part of making music. No, that's obviously a problem because we don't have enough DSP resources right now, which was to be expected because, I mean, yeah. But we'll change that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one missing. One improvisation is missing. Now we just have to find out which one. I would think it's number 2. Let's hope that's true. Save. Okay, that might be it. All right. Best of That's the song I like to sing to my daughter. I think she likes it. Maybe, no, but very often she says, nein, nein, nicht singen. Nicht singen. I'm not allowed to sing, which is okay. I don't take it personal. At some point she was, I was playing the piano and wait. Okay, what's this here? I was playing the piano and singing, and she said, no, don't do like, what's Lärm? Don't make noises. I don't like noise. Like, I was just, she didn't like the music I was making, which is okay as well. Oh, there's some kind of high pass filter. All right. Losing My Mind asks, which distributor are you using? Right now I'm using DistroKid. Wow, what's that? That was actually somebody subscribing. Hey, Losing My Mind. Yeah. Losing My Mind that just subscribed. That rarely happens, that people actually subscribe on stream. Thank you and welcome to this beautiful yeah. Well, thank you. honestly losing my mind. I really appreciate it. I'm using DistroKid at the moment, which is okay. I don't have any issues with it. If you're based in a country that doesn't have a tax treaty with the United States, it might happen that they keep some of your revenue for tax purposes. So there are countries where this is like 30% of your revenue. But yeah, I don't have any issues with them. I think they're okay. Now, one thing I just recently got, that sound better, SoundCloud, is that you can actually with the SoundCloud has a new pro tier movement, where they basically also act as a distributor, and they're pushing out your music to lots of different services like Spotify and Apple Music and stuff like that, which could be interesting because first of all they have a new payment model which I think is very interesting, which pays you not per play but per actual on Spotify it's like they have this overall budget, and the more play, then depending on how many plays you have, you're getting parts of that budget. It doesn't matter if there's someone who pays like €14 a month or $14 a month, and he just listens to your music all the time. His money will still get distributed to Justin Bieber and to all the like Nicki Minaj and Drake, because they still get the most streams. And they have a different model where if you sign up to Spotify, to SoundCloud, and you will like pay like I don't know what amount, like let's say €10 a month, and you just listen to this one artist, all of these €10 or like most of it will go to that one artist, which I think is a pretty interesting new model. Well, let's see if this really works out for them. I hope it will, because I think it's by far the better payment option for artists. But obviously that's worse for bigger artists, so I don't know. But they also work as a distributor, so I haven't tried that now. I did sign up for that, and I will try that out in the future. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Maybe the next track I will distribute through SoundCloud, but I will have to look into that a little more. Scooter says, "You and me, we work all day." Well, no, I don't. I mean, if you take taking care of your child, which is work, which is definitely a lot of work, as working, then yeah. But I also play some video games from time to time, but that's really 1 hour a week if I have time. So it's really Lucy Waves, what's happening with you? Wait. Scooter says, "Old Man River lyric, to be clear, lol." Okay. You were referring to the song I was singing. All right. Lucy Waves says, "Much wow is still in Dogecoin heaven." Yeah, I think Dogecoin is doing pretty well right now. It's been listed on Coinbase. So it had another like 50% pump, like 40% pump over the last couple of hours. So if you invested, you got lots of money, much wow money. Listening Mind says, "I don't know if you know this, but start using CD Baby Pro if it's available in your country. They collect all the royalties which belongs to us." CD Baby, doesn't CD Baby already? Didn't they merge with SubmitHub? Not SubmitHub. Was it SubmitHub? No, with DistroKid. Wasn't there something? I'm not sure. Because I mean, for me in Germany, it's Germany has this tax treaty with the United States, and I'm basically just paying zero tax on. I mean, I have to pay tax on that in Germany, but there is something like Mehrwertsteuer, which is kind of a consumer tax, which I don't have to pay, which is very good because that's like 19% here. So I just have to tax it as my like I do with my regular income from like compositional work on theater projects and stuff like that, films. So it's just a regular part of my income. No, but you're right. CD Baby is still up and running. So yeah, I mean, at that time, I was looking for a distributor. DistroKid seemed like the easiest way to go. And Lucy Waves did write something. What? I mean, she's having fun, but I'm not able to read that out without well, Lucy Waves, are you okay? Are you okay? I hope you are. If you need anyone to talk to, just write to me. We can maybe not in all capital letters. Losing My Mind says, or use a Song Trust. I can post an article link here or DM you on Instagram. Yeah, please DM me on Instagram. I think otherwise YouTube will, first of all, I think it doesn't allow links like that. But I'm always interested to see other options to distribute my music. But like I said, I'm pretty happy with DistroKid at the moment. But I would like to check how SoundCloud does things. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. There's still we have all the music here. All right. So wait. 1, is that another one? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. So that's not that much. 30 minutes of music. And one idea I want to work on today, like for the next hour or so, is an idea. Wait, which? Okay. First of all, let's save this. Okay. Then we'll just copy this and just insert some time. Put that here. And the other part was, I think, where was it? No. No, that wasn't it. Yeah, this one here. And I think what we'll do is we'll just improvise a bit. Yeah, that's good. I like that. I think what we'll do is I'll just improvise a bit on the piano, because there are some great things we could do with that. Okay. That sounds more like a telenovela soundtrack again. I think I would be very good at writing telenovela soundtracks. Nah, I think I would be very bad at it, actually. I think it's way harder than one might think. Oh well, this is also not bad. Yeah, we'll definitely have a track where, again, unexpected major chords is something I love to do. Okay, but that's not... I mean, this all sounds like the same track to me, basically. I'm not sure if that's a good sign. I mean, it's probably all in C minor. Okay. You know what we'll do? I think we'll just use these two ideas here. And what we'll do is we'll just use the electronic part here and the kick drum. I think that's at 120 BPM. And then we'll improvise with these two elements. So we'll have the kick drum and the electronics. And hopefully we'll come up with something interesting. Yeah. So how do we do that? I think we need this track here, effects. No, we don't need the piano effects, right? No, that's empty. We just need this one. All right. And we need the kick drum and probably this one. All right, let's take these into a new project. Save before closing? Yes, please. Okay, nothing happened. That's better. So if I remember correctly, that was some stuff I played with the blooper, or on the blooper, just recorded onto it and then just played around with it. I love this pitch shifting. Okay, and then we have this kick drum. All right. I think this is also 120 BPM. Yeah, perfectly lines up. Perfect. All right. So I think what we'll do is just have like this very long. All right, like that. Okay, let's duplicate that. Just have this track, and I like that. We'll just open that up. And then it's somewhat different there. So let's just loop this. Whoops, like that. All right. And then we also have this here. And we'll also loop this. We could look for more interesting parts later. But yeah, that's what we'll use for now. Hey, by the way, we can also just loop this here. We can just have, like 4 of these, loop them, and then we can endlessly open up this track here. Perfect. So I think we'll do like 20 minutes of improvisation on the piano with this track, and then we'll see where this takes us. All right. I mean, that's a good center. Scooter writes, key center feels stable. Yeah, I mean that's. Yeah, it's a little bit detuned, but it's basically just C minor something. All right. So, and we're going to use these two ideas we had before. Wait, I think I deleted them, but I still have them in my mind. So I think it shouldn't be a problem. So template, let's use the piano record template. And I will also use this microphone to record the piano. So this might be visually a little bit boring. But yeah, we'll see where this goes. Wait. Okay. So like I said, this will be like 20 minutes. just be trying to combine these two ideas. And the main ideas are this. Well, something like that. Wait. Okay, was just not on the right group. So something like that. And another idea which actually really works pretty well with this is and we could do that here as well. And it's distorting, I'm sorry for that. I will just make sure this will be the gain staging will be correct. But yeah, these are the two ideas I think we'll use as a basis for this improvisation. And then we have the backdrop with the kick and the pad, and we'll just get started. I will have to make sure this doesn't distort. let's use some delay on the piano sound. That's not what I want. Okay. No, let's try again. Yeah, maybe this whole thing begins with this triplet. As some kind of variation where it breaks out of this, just in a very classical, harmonical, classically, whatever you know, like some kind of Beethoven breakout. Beethoven breakout. That's not a musical term. Sorry for the interruption. That was my wonderful, beautiful girlfriend just bringing me a cup of tea with lemon and ginger and some honey. Because, again, I have a sore throat today. And she's just the best. Okay. We still have a beautiful delay here on this microphone. Okay, I think, well, this wasn't too productive, but there were some ideas that were nice. I think the main difficulty with this will be to bring all of this together in a concise manner. Losing My Mind writes, nice vibe. Thank you. And Lucy Waves posts 3 beautiful hearts. Again, Lucy Waves, if there's anything you would like to talk about, I'm there for you. Just, hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. We can also video chat if you like. I hope you're okay. I really do. Okay, I think what we'll do now is, well, think about what just happened. Ooh, okay. I had some trouble. That's a mix of problems and trouble. Beautiful. Some trouble adjusting the volume of the microphones here, so it might have clipped once or twice. I'm sorry for that. Lucy Waves writes, "Ask me the hardest question possible." Think in 3S maybe. The hardest question possible. Well, there are many questions that are pretty hard, but I don't know. I don't know what the hardest question possible is or could be. Let's not show. I'm just messing up the shortcut. A shortcut for not showing take lanes or showing take lanes in Ableton is Command Alt U. And again, we'll learn something. Yeah, here it's clipping. Oh no, it's actually, yeah, it's clipping. Okay. So first thing we have is we either can go this triplet feel, or we can go so in eighth notes, or 16th. I would call it 16th, and the other part is triplet eighth notes. And I know it's kind of boring, but I like to do that. I will notate this and drink some tea. Well, Lucy, the hardest question possible. Well, one pretty hard question I'm asking myself all the time is, should I buy or should I sell? Oh, whoa. And Bitcoin is over $39,000. That's pretty interesting. Interesting to see if it can hold that. So that's a hard question. Oh, okay, and it jumped. It actually bounced. I think that's a good time to buy. Maybe it's too late though. But maybe not. I don't know. You know what? I'll just do it. I'll buy some things. Oh wait, no, it's pretty expensive right now. It's just going through the moon. Good God, what's happening there? It's really exploding. Didn't prepare for that. But going in, that's a hard question, Lucy. Should I buy or should I sell, or should I wait? And honestly, man, I should just have done X, Y, Z. That's the hardest thing. Okay, you know what? Let's go back to making music instead of here trading cryptocurrencies. Yeah, big question is how do we handle all of these ideas? And what I like to do is create a new project in Dorico, add a solo player, piano, and then we have this. We'll go to right note, and then we'll just notate these ideas, which maybe is a little bit tedious to do and maybe not a good idea, but I'll do it anyway. Because in a way I feel like this gives structure to, this gives structure to this whole thing. Lucy Waves writes, the answer is you should join the Dodge army at the mansion to land. The shortcut is Command 6. You're pretty cryptic today. You heard his howl. I mean the howl of the Doge. Yeah, I'm still a little bit not entirely convinced of the fundamentals behind it. But yeah, one thing I see it has is many people know it. People know Bitcoin and people know Dogecoin, and that's something. But it's I mean the whole space is so speculative, and I feel like Dogecoin is what I like about it as well is that it sometimes moves independently of Bitcoin, which also not many coins do at the moment. But yeah, I don't know. After that big crash, I'm pretty careful where I put my money because I basically lost all my gains. I was at 0 again, so many people lost lots of stuff, but I just went back to 0. So back to my initial investment, which wasn't a lot anyway. So it's really just, you know, a little bit of a game, but it's addictive. Okay, let's figure out what ideas are here and write them down. Lucy Waves writes, respect the vibe, please. Pretty please. Which vibe? Which vibe? Ah, this vibe here. Felix, if you start your wish by saying I wish first, well, I wish I was rich enough to not care about doing anything else than this. And I'm really working hard at making this a reality. So I can do this here, what I'm doing right now, all day and don't have to care about anything else. I mean, obviously I want to care about my child and about my girlfriend and about my family, but and my friends, I should call them, but yeah. Okay, then I'm just testing. I think this we're looking for. Yeah, exactly. This is okay. One main idea. Let's write this down. Wait, and yeah, like I said, I'm not entirely convinced about. I mean, not convinced. I think it's very investing in Dogecoin right now. I think is scaring me because I think it's incredibly volatile. It could just in a heartbeat I could lose all my money. So I mean that's true with all of crypto, but I feel like especially with Dogecoin, it's unpredictable. It's really, I mean, everything is unpredictable, but this is in particular unpredictable. You know what? I think that's faster. Let's just cut up ideas here instead of writing them down. Okay, and we'll just link these tracks here. Oh no, not show take lanes. Link tracks, please. Link tracks, all right. Right, this is one idea here. Let's make this red. Okay, and delete this first part. Yeah, I'm just playing like crap here. Oh yeah, a film I made the music for will be running in one of the big German television programs, which is good, because that means money for me. Oh, it has been on TV. And it will be shown again. Ah. Oh, that's good. I like that. I like that. I mean, it will be shown at night, apparently, which is not that well paid, but who cares? There's a funny story about these payments, these royalty payments, where people who wrote music for these sex hotline clips, which you would regularly see on German television late at night, like "Call me," and we can have hot telephone stuff. People who wrote the music for that have become incredibly rich because this was shown all the time, over and over again. That's still valid. Then people started to say, no, this is not fair. We're writing real music for real projects and people started complaining within the performance rights organization in Germany. And then there was a huge lawsuit, and the people writing the music for these sex hotlines won. And they're still making a huge amount of money. Just writing like a 20-second music clip for one of these commercials. That's how it is. Alright, enough of that. Yeah, I think that if it was playing on time, this might be interesting. I'm not playing on the kick anymore, on the click. Yeah, I think that's not too bad. Like this the idea to go from this. That was good. I'm not sure about this third. And I wasn't playing on click. I thought I was, but I wasn't. Okay, this works. I'm just looking for longer sections that actually work. Longer. Some honey left. Oh, this is nice. If it was on time. But still, harmonically, this is interesting. I like the whole approach in this piece where we really make use of this classical tropes, this harmonic progressions, like very, very musical theory basics. I mean, a little bit more elaborate, but really more less option notes and less ninth and stuff like that, but really just plain and simple dominance. And I feel like that's again a passage that works. Like these two ideas really belong together, I think. Also works one octave lower. And we can then also transpose that and use it as some kind of lead-in. This whole passage, it's really rough, but it works, I think. The question is can we find something else that works? So we have this, and we speed up. Okay. Now that might work. So we have this, and we're starting with this, with this triplets. Then we'll speed up to that. That's another thing that might work. Yeah, maybe this whole... Yeah, exactly. Maybe a little bit softer. Oh, I can create highlight videos and stream markers. That's interesting. I'll just do that right now. Stream marker edit. Markers appear in the video editor after your stream ends. Alright. And when I click create highlight video. That's interesting. Never saw that. I feel like right now we have one progression, and that's maybe not enough. Maybe we need more. And a variation of that progression with more melody. We're just that's again the same idea. Yeah, we need something like that here. There's some middle part. And some melody like that. Then we can go back to this, obviously. Obviously this just needs to be on time, right? I also feel it sounds more interesting when it's played a little bit more staccato, a little bit more like. Then there's more room to grow, I think. Yeah, then we can do some variation of that melody. Yeah, and then it rises up again. Oh, that's a good part. Exactly. We'll do this very classical rise. Let's see if we have a better version here. Yeah, exactly. That's what makes it a little bit special. Yeah, and then exactly like this transition here. I mean, but that's just a small transition, but these things make this special, I think. That's also possible. Just going chromatically in the bass. We could have several of these, right? We could just stay on that. I like this whole passage actually, but we'll have to see. Yeah, we need something like that. Well, that's again, it's the same thing, right? We could use the same thing over and over again, just vary it a little bit. Cal asks, adding any strings on this one? Maybe. Right now, it's really so early. I'm not sure about this, but probably, maybe. I don't know. Cal says, I got to head out streaming tomorrow. I'll see you next time. Yeah, streaming tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central European Time. Last stream for the week tomorrow. But yeah, looking forward to that. So Cal, see you. Nice that you've been here. See you soon. We don't need to open the windows. It's really hot in here. It sounds beautiful. I like the sound of this piano so much. Just checking. We could also, that's a little bit, maybe an interesting thought. We could take this tail of an idea, this motive, and then just play around with this in different keys and transpose it and do all sorts of stuff with this. So this might be interesting as well, but we'll have to develop that. That might be interesting as well. And this as well here. And now going from major to minor. Always a good idea. All right. So let's revisit this. Exactly, we could do that. Okay, this part here, maybe, I'm not sure about this, but it's different. Yeah, this is, I think it's a good way to start. And something like that is a good middle part. Yeah, I think we'll just use this tail end of this dum, bum, 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 as material for all the other stuff we'll build. And then we can jump out of this like this. I mean, stuff like this is really what makes it special, I think. And I think if we have some things like these, we could repeat this 3 times, this whole thing, with different, like sometimes ones with triplets, ones with 16th notes, one higher, one lower. So we have, I think, and then different transitions to and from that. plus some middle part thing we derive from this. Dum, bum, 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 bum. Maybe we can transpose this, maybe we can, you know, stuff like this here. And then we can, you know, just play around with that part. That might be interesting. That will be our middle part, maybe, or a B part with A, B, A, B, A, B, maybe. That's maybe a form. So A, B, A, C, A, D. More like that. And each A is a little bit different than the one before. I can see that. I can see that. Yeah. You know what? That's it for today. New EP. Let's call this. This is actually a new track we're working on. Let's call this. How do we? What's a good name for this? Anybody? Any ideas? Otherwise, I think this is going to be called. Travel. I need more generic titles. Traveling. Because I travel. Traveling is actually, I hate it. I hate it. I want to be home. I like to travel every once in a while and then just a couple of days and then be home again. Then it's great, but you know the amount of traveling I had to do in the past half year. No, like, yeah, it's way too much. Just being away from home is just, I hate it. For such a long time at least. I love it if it's just like one week maybe, although that's much already, but that's like the limit. Alright, let's save this. Like I said, I think we'll do an AB, AC, AD form with this. We'll have some kind of middle part which is derived from this end part. From this we'll have something built out of that. Yeah, and then we'll see. We have triplets. We have the 16th notes. Yeah. All right. Perfect. Everybody, there was a lot of people here today, which is beautiful. Cal, Lucy Waves was here. Losing My Mind was here. Skoto, new one. Was here yesterday, was here today as well. And well, lots of people. Peter van der Westine. Peter. I'll just call you Peter. And hey, Losing My Mind subscribed today, which is beautiful. And Ruben Sanyuk was also here. Beautiful. Yeah, everybody, thank you. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being... Thank you for being part of this. I will be streaming again tomorrow, 10 a.m., probably Central European Time. And until then, stay safe and see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And the camera goes out just right on cue. Perfect. See you tomorrow.